You hear a generator running in the background. My apologies. The power situation has been difficult, so I'm having to run a generator. Other than that, it'll be dead silent out here unless you see a Sasquatch behind me. We've literally had sightings of Sasquatch all around this area, like, probably half a dozen of them, having tremendous success on this expedition. Hopefully everything goes well with the live show. YouTube has been having, I'm not supposed to say YouTube, the platform under which we're working has been having some unacceptable difficulties, but hopefully everything works out today. I don't see any comments popping up yet. So um, uh, excellent expeditions so far. I'm having a great time out here. Last week I was unable to do the expedition because Logan came out and helped me set up the cameras. So and if you're interested in seeing what's happened, I actually did a video just up on Sunday. It's the first or the last absolute video that. Hello, Joe. Thank you for propagating in. It's the last video I did, and it's pretty exceptional. It's the latest thing that's transpired out here, which is phenomenal. Even after I did the video, so the, I mean, the bottom line is a Sasquatch came around the trailer, shook the back side of it. The expeditioner is very, very aware that transpired, and I'm in absolute agreement. There was more significant evidence. So, oh, there's everybody coming in. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I'll be going crazy answering questions today. That's what I'm mainly here for. I love your. Thank you for the love, Misty. Appreciate it. Um, and the expedition's been really fantastic. I even so I guess I'll talk about this. So last night I heard a boom sound, and woke up to the feeling that a Sasquatch was around, and heard some other stuff, and so did the expeditioner out here with me heard it, and then like this is how things are literally happening live. She just came up to me and said, "There's tracks over there," and we went out today, found some 3-year-old tree breaks. She found an absolutely fantastic track from a female Sasquatch. It's nothing short of awesome. One of the coolest things about my job. Let me get a little better angle here. One of the absolute coolest things about my job that I just love is when I see people picking up so they can identify tree breaks. She goes out, now she's identifying tracks, literally just twice as knowledgeable as last year. And it is so awesome to see people just to rise up, to see the knowledge that's been taught to me and that I've learned being passed on to other people. It just brings me so much joy. It makes me so happy to see that. And out here identifying all the stuff and all the success that we're having is absolutely wonderful. I still have a couple more days out here, and I have really high hopes. So let's see. Oh, so and now just in case you're aware, I just love doing this. So uh, Charlie Ross has literally made this an international show. So I'm in Canada right now, way up in the north. Again, for those of you missing it, there's a generator in the background, so a little bit of sound. It's a loud generator that I had to use because I need tons and tons of juice right now. So that's in the background. Other than that, it's completely dead silent out here. And this show is live and international all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. Not just North America, but we have Australia in here, and I bet you someone from the UK will pop up eventually. So thank you again, Misty. Whoa, 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 whoa. Pushed the wrong button here. Looks like everything's working really well. Hi, Todd from Wisconsin. Thank you, Benjamin. From Portugal? This is from Pimpas, which is an interesting name. So we are so international. I just love doing this show, guys. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Hello from Connecticut, Minnesota. So and there's Logan. So Logan, yeah, we're going to have to talk when I get back. So it's good. We're good stuff. We got lots of good stuff going on. Well, Logan, you should watch the video, dude. So Logan, and when you watch the video, so those little nails that you put in my trailer that suck that we had to do to keep that cord up, been ripped right out. Oh man. So it sucks that we didn't have those cameras going, because I mean, we're both convinced there's just no doubt. It was a Sasquatch, shook the trailer, pulled the wires and ripped the wire right out of the side of the trailer. And there's no wind. So I go to bed, the wire's up. I mean, I see it all around. You see where the wire is. I was at the fire and everything, looking, the wire's fine. We go to bed, no wind. What shook the trailer was like an acute, powerful shake of it was a Sasquatch. And then he ripped that wire out too. So just so much evidence, so much more that I can't even talk about that happened. So thank you very much, Al, Andy, for tuning in. Kyle, how's it going, my friend? We got lots to talk about. So Utah here, Austin. So I need some questions, guys. Shout out from Spokane, Washington. Keep up the good work. This is amazing work. another Australian out here. So everybody's looking good, all talking. Winnipeg. Our Bigfoot real, sir? This is so. Welcome, Caesar. Watch my documentary, Discovering Bigfoot. It's here on YouTube. 100%. We're out here. The discoveries basically happened. That's one thing I've been talking about a lot on this expedition is just the discoveries on guys. Like, all the evidence, all that Jeff Meldrum's done, all that's going on with all these people moving forward with the discovery, all the people helping out with the Discovering Bigfoot research. I mean, it's absolutely the discovery is just moving forward. It's happened. The evidence is so beyond a reasonable doubt that's been gathered through the DNA, the track evidence from Jeff Meldrum, the dermal ridges from Jimmy Chilcott, the photographic evidence from the Patterson footage that's absolutely astonishing. That footage is totally 100% real, and I could smash that in a court of law alongside of multiple other people who have spent their life analyzing and proving that footage is real. Pop culture is giving it a hard toss right now because I'm literally listening for Sasquatch right now, guys. So did you hear that? Thought I just heard so we're actually waiting for a knock. We have a plan of action to move forward. The Sasquatch, we haven't put out any apples because on the last expedition, man, the freaking the darn squirrels were taking them like crazy. And then the first day I came out here, I heard the ravens out there waiting for the darn apples. So we're gonna put them out later tonight, just because we've been getting nighttime interactions with But absolutely, Caesar, they're 100% for real. The discovery has happened. This is the Discovering Bigfoot Research Center, where the discovery is progressing forward. Like we're dozens and dozens of people have come out here, had tremendous success, or eyewitness of Sasquatch. So it's moving forward absolutely. Jason, my grandfather told me about his encounter in the 70s as a young man helping his dad on the farm in Mount Airy, Georgia. So Georgia. So in the 70s. So Jason, please. BigfootEncounter@gmail.com. We'd love to hear more about it. So, hello, maintenance worker, my friend, my elder from Nia Bay. Oh man, I talk about Nia Bay like every day. That place is such a special place in my heart. Good things are coming to Nia Bay, my friend. So I'm even gonna. I have some announcements that are big celebrity stuff that are coming, and I'm pretty confident that I'll say this one first that David Avocado Wolf is coming out on an expedition. So he's really confirmed that. He's very excited. I've been talking to him a lot. So I'm going to actually, when I get back from this expedition next week, I'm going to start publicizing that. See if you can put some pictures up on his Instagram page. We're all really excited. Him and his wife are coming out on an expedition. So that's absolutely thrilling. He's a pretty big deal. And there's a celebrity after that I've been talking about from time to time that has actually signed the contract. Mike Tyson signed the contract, big boy. Well, this isn't a big boy. This is an iconic figure in Hollywood today, and she's signed the contract. She's put the deposit. So I'm giving her 50-50 that she'll actually show up because that's what the big celebrities do. David Avocado Wolf, though, he just seems like really down to earth, and I highly suspect he is a celebrity, and it is a wonderful gift to have him coming out. So I have high hopes for that, and yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So really good stuff happening, guys. And David Avocado Wolf, he's got a level of expertise about foods and nature and organic. So he's got a significant knowledge of mushroom. So, and this discovery with Sasquatch, guys, nature and Sasquatch go together like beautifully. Obviously, they're the ultimate apex species in nature, and having him come out and teaching him educating him about the reality of what is going on here at this Discovering Bigfoot Research Center, and having him pour his tidbits of knowledge in is very, very exciting for this discovery. So Prince Edward Island, what a beautiful place. Can't wait to get there someday. Hello, Todd from Virginia. Andy, please subscribe. So that is absolutely true. We have free access to 455 videos. Andy, you are so on top of things. So feel free to subscribe. Thank you, Hector. Did you have a question, Hector? Love to answer it for you. If you'd like to make a donation, YouTube is very grateful for donations that you make to YouTube. If you'd like to make a donation to me, you can go to my Patreon account and make a monthly donation. I'm sure the link will come up here pretty quick, or you can go to discoveringbigfoot.org and make a PayPal or Patreon donation through that. The donation goes directly to the discovery of Bigfoot. We here at the Discovering Bigfoot Research Center are entirely dedicated to that. It's moving forward exceptionally well. It's a thrill to be a part of this. The species is absolutely magnificent, and it's just a wonderful process. Elwood City, Pennsylvania. Hello, Eric. So Hector. Hello, Hector. Did you have a question, my friend? I'd love to answer it. Candace, hello. Jason, my grandfather had an encounter. So I read that one already. Thank you, Hector, for your Lemus support. Morgan, hi, Todd from Westchester, New York. There's Sasquatch in the Adirondacks. Hi, Todd. Do you think the increased solar activity this year increases northern lights have an effect on Bigfoot? I can't say to that. If I would say that if somebody can show me how, because full moons have an effect on all life out here, including humanity. Ask people in third watch what happens on full moons. It gets a little crazy, and species are affected by that. So if it's in conjunction with how the full moon affects species, then I would say yes. But I'm not. That is definitely not my area of expertise. I know very little, even to do with full moons. I don't study them much. Out here, we're at like a quarter moon. It's really, really small this week, but we've still been getting good activity. So, yeah. Jason says, I don't think you can find them. I think they allow you to see them, but they are smart. They are too smart to be found. Well, Jason, you obviously haven't been watching this channel a lot because that's what we do. We let them come to us. There's no chasing them. I haven't done that cat and mouse thing, me being the mouse, for quite some time. We literally just attract them. We meditate for them to come. We walk around and let them have a look at us, and then behave beautifully and be respectful of nature, and go out as great students. This is so key, guys. Go out as great students. Look at their tree breaks. Look at their tracks, and then expect them to come back and interact with us and teach us good lessons. When the student is ready, the master will appear. And when you're a good student and you have something to learn and you're ready to up, the Sasquatch will come and up level you that way. Something's very clear to me. Remember too, guys, so I'm out here at this research center, and there are other people. We were on a trail that's pretty much abandoned now, but that people used to go out on once in a while. And there have been tree breaks on that trail for the past, I don't know, 15 years. Every year. There's a brand new tree break out there this year. And the Sasquatch clearly do that. Anybody involved in this research is very clear. Like Kyle's on here today. We had that incredible night with Kyle where a Sasquatch was calling to us like incredible Sierra sounds. Next day, Kyle goes out and finds was like a female interaction, a female structure, like a little inukshuk was made for us. It was very gently put together, like female hands. And then Kyle found the female tree break out there. So, but what I want to get to here is when they leave these things for people, like on the trails, and people ignore them, that's not good. So but on the con to that, when they leave those tree breaks on the trail, and people that have been trained by me and know about the tree breaks go out there, recognize it, ask questions, look, study, see what direction it is, feel into it. That's what they want. They don't want to be ignored. Otherwise, they wouldn't make freaking tree breaks over the trail where you're walking. These are highly intelligent beings. And, I remember, for God's sake, guys, I was doing those cross-country skier things. They had a really advanced one where you go faster. And so I was going through Yosemite. So the faster you go up the Yosemite Trail. And I saw a freaking tree break, and I'm like, whoa, I reset the program. I was like, everybody come look at this. So I went and did the program again. I go, and the damn tree break. Guy that was doing the program, but he ducked under the darn, there's a Sasquatch tree break in Yosemite Park, guys. I'm like, oh my God. And nobody knows. Like, it should be, after all I've done with Survivor Man, discovering Bigfoot, the millions of people that have watched my stuff, and this is just not part of pop culture. The tree breaks, the structures. I mean, tracks are a whole other ball game. But, oh my God, it's, wow. But my point is, acknowledge them, and that'll get you success. If they see you out there acknowledging the things that they've left behind, you're far more likely to get success. So there's Andy leaving two links, one to discoveringbigfoot.org and one to Patreon. All your donations come out to this, guys. This is all I do. I'm a full-time Sasquatch researcher. And gratitude to all your support through all the years. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it means so much to me. It's awesome to be a full-time Sasquatch researcher. And for those of you who are passionate about the discovery process, I put my heart and soul into this. This is just everything to me. I'm in 1 week, out the next, for the whole rest of the year till it snows on the ground. From when the snow melts to when the snow comes back, I'm out here devoted to this research with dozens of other people out here helping, amazing men and women from all walks of life, from PhDs to, carpenters to lawyers to pharmacists to firefighters. Just the list goes on and on. All these incredible people coming out here, and you should also know this. I'm gonna really just be transparent. I get hundreds of people that are looking for expeditions, and I really go after people that are not searching to become better, but people that have reached a point in their life where they're at a height and they want to get up. Like literally people that are at like a 9 or a 10 for their life. And what these expeditions do is I take them out here, I guide them, I connect them, and they go home like a 14, if that makes sense to you. We break that barrier of growth with them. And I tell you, everybody that comes out here will agree with you one way or another that they up level significantly. And so I'm looking for people that aren't, if you're searching for, your own self-discovery as a human being, this is not the place to do it. This is when you've reached a max height. And I'm telling you guys this because that's the expeditions that come out here. Men and women from all walks of life that have literally reached this almost point of retirement where they have everything they want, they're settled, and they want to go, now how can I explode up to another level? And they come out here and do this research. It's absolutely magnificent to be part of that and see that growth in human beings. Everybody changes so dramatically, and it's just absolutely wonderful. It means so much to me to have that. So hello, Joe. Thanks for tuning in today. Todd, please tell us when you'll be in New York. Oh my God, I would love to. I have no plans to go to New York at all. I'm totally devoted this year, guys, to this area. We've got so many changes, so many risks that we're taking, and I'm a high risk guy because that's what you need to get big rewards, right? So we're taking lots of new risks this year. I'm pushing the limit. I have extra time off where I'm going to go backcountry on my own the way I used to, and go fight for, maybe not just footage, but take this discovery process to the next level. And then taking out huge big name people. Tyler Oliveira has been dancing around, Joe Rogan, Mr. Beast. All these people have been in contact with me in one way or another. And I want to get them out here on expedition and blow this discovery right out of the water. Because listen to me very closely. I am the man who takes people out in the field and has them either live interact with or eyewitness Sasquatch. I'm standing a short distance away from an expeditioner who's already had that. Right now, we're day 4, and she's already had that. So this is what happens, and who knows what's going to come in the next couple days. So this is what I do. This is what's happening out here, and when these live interactions or eyewitness accountings occur, the discovery goes up to a new level because it's always something new. It's always something different. It's always some major piece of growth that transpires between me or the person I've taken out. And we go next level as a cooperation. This is a very powerful cooperation of very brilliant people. And I also come out here as a wilderness guide, as a wilderness expert, taking these people through this beautiful place. Like even today, brand new waterfall that we discovered off this road I've never been to, where we found the tracks and the tree breaks. I mean, just miraculous, amazing, beautiful stuff. And enriching my life, enriching other people's lives, and hopefully this enriches your life as the point of the movie and a point of the Survivor Men's and the point of this YouTube channel is to help you connect back to nature. Because if you can't get back to nature, if you have no connection to nature, then you have nothing similar with Sasquatch, and you also have my sympathies, my extreme sympathies. So in nature is the preservation of the world, and that's really been significantly lost in our society today. And that's what this discovery process is about, guys, is getting human beings back to nature, grounding, connected to the trees, the plants, organic, non-chemical, fresh, structured water. I could go on all day, and then Sasquatch. So up-leveling and up-leveling, up-leveling. That's what we're doing. So Pimpa says, I recall seeing an old black and white footage of a Sasquatch far away in the snow. Some say was the first footage of Bigfoot. Yeah, don't know. I mean, that might have been the Snowwalker video, which is absolutely fake. And the Snowwalker footage, which was around in the 80s, I met the guy through Unsolved Mysteries. What happened was a TV show was going to do an unexplained show like paranormal about UFOs and Bigfoot and Loch Ness, and they got an actor in a costume to walk around in the snow, and the show never got picked up. It didn't even complete the first episode. That happens a lot with TV shows. Believe me, I know. And so anyways, he just released the footage, like someone released the footage, I don't know, anonymously, and it got out there and it was never explained. And he was actually the guy who put that footage together, who made the whole thing happen. And so that's why it's not out there, because he's not really gone public. No one ever really figured out what happened, and I was able to figure that out. So the Snowwalker footage from the 80s is not black and white, kind of looks black and white. It's absolutely fake. Although, and now having the knowledge I do of a Sasquatch, the anatomy of it is pretty close, but things that are incorrect about it that I can see now. Who's more dangerous, a person who cares or a person that doesn't? That's from Mr. Common Sense. I think a person who doesn't. You got to care. I care. Please care. Care about the future of humanity. Care about protecting nature and up-leveling humanity. Very, very important. Joe Briggs, I heard something in Connecticut that was fearsome, but I can't say what it was for sure. And there's so many other species. So I kind of got a rep inappropriately for seeing Bigfoot everywhere, and that's just absolutely not the case. It's quite laughable if you talk to the expeditioners, and I've had dozens and dozens of expeditioners significantly substantiate that's just not the case at all. When a Sasquatch is around, I say it's around, and we have a live interaction, and there's evidence or there's a sighting. It's really like I'm pretty spot on about what's going on out in this ecology. I am an expert. I have over 2,000 days, so over just under 1,000 days alone in this backcountry wilderness, Pacific Northwest, and now just as of last year, over another 1,000 days of guiding people. So more than 2,000 days, either guiding people or alone out in this backcountry wilderness, trained by Northern Cree elders, now by Nia Bay elders, who's actually on watching the show. Thank you, Brian. Just, Blackfoot trained, and then Survivor Man trained, Jeff Meldrum trained, John Benernagel, wildlife biologist, PhD trained. So a hell of a resume from working with the most outstanding, magnificent, spectacular people out here telling you, man, when I say that's a Bigfoot, like even understand this. I bet my life on it when there's a Bigfoot out there. Know why? Because I disarm myself and I walk out there knowing that it's a Sasquatch and it's not a bear, it's not a mountain lion, nothing's gonna harm me. That's literally what multiple expeditioners will testify that I have done. You could see it on multiple videos. I will literally go out there unarmed, no knife, no bear spray, no weapons of any kind, betting my life that it's a Sasquatch. That's how confident I get when I say, man, that's a Sasquatch. Like, and there is no 99.9%. If I'm wishy-washy like that, it's not going to happen. When I drop that ace and I say it and I back it up by literally risking my life, and I have never been wrong. So, and I never will be. I won't take that. I just won't do that. So, Todd, come to New York, please. I'd love to. I've been to the Adirondacks. I got to put that video out there because that's what Kyle, who's on here right now, took me out to the Adirondacks, guided me, and we had this. Even Kyle will tell you, literally, we filmed it. Literally, there's a Sasquatch out there. I've got Kyle and Sadie up in front of me, and a big smile on my face as I walk backwards, unarmed, towards a Sasquatch. If that's a bear, and remember, I'm in the Adirondacks. I bet my life that was a Sasquatch. And why don't you ask Kyle what happened? So he'll tell you the answer. And the answer is I survived, and I'm right here. And 100% that was a Sasquatch. I do it all the time. Multiple people have seen me take that. So when I throw down, I put my life on the line. So I think that says a lot about how confident I am in those decisions. Why has anybody killed a Bigfoot yet? You can't. You understand what I'm talking about? Well, you can, but you got to understand that they're a dominant species over me. So, and you got to watch more stuff. If you're new here, they're telepathic. They can feel your energy. They can feel your intent. And then you're going to probably get that eye roll from a couple thousand people. Telepathy is real, ladies and gentlemen. Universities are studying it. I say this all the time. For those of you who hear me say that all the time, I'm apologetic, but I'm dealing with this absolute ignorance. Telepathy is real. I've never sat down with a single person and not proven that they were telepathic. It takes me 2 minutes to prove that to anybody. Some people are better at it than others. Some people like myself are training to get better at it. And that's what part of the up-leveling is. Telepathy is absolutely real. And Sasquatch, Sabe, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call them, are masters of that. And that's ultimately the lessons I'm learning right now. Telepathy is spiritual, so I'm enhancing myself spiritually to grow and to expand through telepathy, and that's how you communicate with them. So, but with that being said, how do you shoot something that's telepathic, that knows you're out to hunt it? Like this is next level stuff, guys. But if you drop that into the equation, go talk to a university, go look at a textbook from a psychology 101 class in any university, and there'll be a chapter on telepathy, the legitimate reality of it. So I'm not having a discussion with you. If you can't face facts and you don't see the truth, that's not my problem. 2 + 2 is 4, and if you don't deny that, telepathy is real. Go talk to universities. And someone who's been educated at universities, they are the most conservative sons of bitches on the planet. And I'll say that. My God, when they have accepted something, it's tried, tested, and trued so significantly, like over and over, it's repeatably scientific. So the most conservative institutions I've ever heard of, respectfully, have accepted the reality of it. So, and then when you go, okay, there, that's real. This species is exceptional at it, and I can prove that through significant evidence with multiple individuals. They are exceptional telepaths. That's how you communicate with them. How do you sneak up on them? How do you go shoot one of them? When you're out there, when I'm going to shoot a Sasquatch, you got a gun in your hand. That's your intent. You don't get near them. So that's my feelings on that. So, sound like a woman being torn apart. Oh, that's what you heard, Joe Briggs. Sound like a woman being torn apart. Well, you know what kind of sounds like that are bobcats or lynx when they're mating. They make crazy. That's what I've heard. I've never heard a Sasquatch make those sounds, but bobcats and lynx, oh man, when they do their mating thing and then they start mating, oh man, it sounds like a woman tearing apart a woman. Even cats, when they mate, there's that moment of mating where the female will and knock the male off. There's anatomical reasons for that I'm not going to get into here today, but that's more likely what you heard, Joe Briggs. There's a lot of Bigfoot sightings in Pennsylvania, I noticed, every couple of years. And I have a colleague that's out in Pennsylvania who's absolutely, his audio work is absolutely outstanding. And there are Sasquatch in Pennsylvania. He's recorded them. I mean, that's just it. Have a nice day. I haven't been there yet, but he lives there, and his evidence has actually blown my mind. So, hello, Matthew. Michael Walker again. My cousin thought he saw 2 Armstrong Country down here in Pennsylvania. I'd love to hear about it. And why did he think he saw it? I'm not so much into thinking. I'd like to know it and hear more about it. Even come here. So Harry really wants me to come to New York. I think Bigfoot and coyotes know how to hunt a deer together. Maybe. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're 27 minutes into the show. I don't know how much gas is in my generator. I hear him making funny sounds right now. If we kick out real quick, my apologies. That'll be the end of the show today. Remember, I'm way up in the backcountry wilderness with just myself and a single expeditioner. So, yeah. Another strange, this is Joe Briggs, another strange thing in Connecticut is that bear being sighted more and more as it's being pushed away from usual places. Well, that's not strange. Bears being sighted more and more. Their population fluctuates up and down. I mean, that's just an absolute part of nature, up and down. Was a guy who saw an old film taken by his dad maybe in the 40s? Oh, okay, you're talking about that footage again. So two and two. How do you bait them? Bang trees, calling out? Well, no. I give them gifts. I never open hearts without any thought of reward, or they won't take them. That energy is out there. That energy is out there when you give the gift, and that energy is out there when they approach to take the gift. They won't take it. That's why game cams don't work. Because if first of all, they can see the game cams, clear as day. These are the greatest trackers that have ever lived, bar none. Me personally, as a tracker, you are not going to fool me with a game cam. It's pretty ignorant to think. Because again, we're not talking about deer or moose or wolves that track and move around based on, scent. We're talking about trackers that can see a bent blade of grass and know you stepped there. That's the level that these beings are at. And it's very clear to me they're trackers, like elite high-level trackers. So that being said, you put a camera out there, they're going to see the little piece of glass. They're going to see the fact that you walked over there, dropped the camera, dug it, and hit it. They're not going to hide it from these beings. And then you change the energy of the whole area for a telepath, because now the gift is not a gift, is it? There's a cost for it. And I have not been able to personally find a way to go out there, put a camera, and say, I'm giving you this gift at this cost. I can't, in good conscience, do that. So it's just dishonest, it's deceptive, and it hasn't ever worked. I think it can work. And I guess the con to that is on the episode of Survivor Man Bigfoot Radium, he put a game camera up there, and we got the top of the head of a Sasquatch 100%. In case you don't know, Survivor Man filmed the top of the head of a Sasquatch on expedition with Todd standing 100%. The footage is real. So much more is going on. The tree got banged, something big and heavy that had power like a truck. Banged that tree, shook it, took the apples. That was the second time they were taken. Just got the top of the head. My theory is that I strongly believe there were 2 Sasquatch there, and the top of the head that you caught, so the first Sasquatch came by way too fast, like this fast. And the second Sasquatch came by after the first Sasquatch had activated the camera, and then you see that top of the head that matches Patty and Jake from Todd Standing and the Patterson footage. That conical top identically matches, especially my Jake footage, 100%. So Very, very cool stuff. We've had really excellent success over the years, guys. The discovery is really moving forward. It's very exciting. IDK cameras might be a bit much. Can't be fooled. Well, and so the cameras that we have out here, the only thing that's stopping us is this power issue that I'm having, uh, buying generators and stuff. I'm gonna get it fixed. It can't have a generator running like that. It's all coming together. Solar panels, big batteries are coming out here. We'll get all that stuff organized right away. Logan's way ahead of me. He kicked my ass. He got the cameras and all the program all started. We'll get the power thing fixed right away. But my thing is, well, first of all, again, watch. If you haven't watched my last video, watch it. It wasn't monetized, and it's got a terrible screen capture because I didn't put a thumbnail on it, so it's not getting very much views. Watch the last video, guys. Logan, dude, I believe if that camera would have been on, you'd have seen like a conical head and maybe a little hand, and he ripped that cord. So we would have footage already if I'd electrified those cameras. So my bad. It is what it is. So it's very exciting, dude. And dude, Logan, look, man, he ripped that freaking cord out. Like that cord was torn out. You know how you put that thing in? Like, oh my God. So already a huge missed opportunity. But so what I'm saying here though is had a little bump there. Don't know why. Just a satellite moving. So again, if we cut out, guys, that is the end of the show. Much gratitude for having come on. So what's going on here? Cat Gamer, number 10. He can tell you something that I thought every day. Okay. I want to join you on an adventure. I'm ready. Let's do it. Well, if you're ready to come on an expedition, it's go to discoveringbigfoot.org and I have an expeditions page. So get on there. I just had some cancellations and I'm getting things fixed up with that right now, step by step. So go to discoveringbigfoot.org, send an email, tell me something about yourself, and leave your damn phone number for God's sake. So, yeah, tell me something about yourself. Don't just say, hi, I want to go on an expedition, because that's what I need to, make sure that I get the best people coming out here that have the right intentions and fit with other expeditioners. So discoveringbigfoot.org is the website. Go there to the expeditions page and send me an email right away. What if one is watching you right now from a distance? I'd say the likelihood of it, honestly, honest to God, in my heart. Woo! I think the odds of a Sasquatch having heard that whoop right now, I'd say 10%. And as my expeditioner, who's here right now, has made clear to me very times, I really under promise. I don't over exaggerate. If I catch a fish and it's 12 inches, I'm going to say 10. So I legitimately believe that's at least a 10% chance a Sasquatch just heard that. So especially deducing that they were here last night and they were here the night before, and it's also cooled off. This is a really good day for them to come back. Temperatures dropping, sun's coming up over the mountains, or going down over the mountains. So Iris Vibe says, do you think Bigfoot can make fire? Could they make fire? I don't know. Do they make fire? No evidence of that ever. And that's a big, long story. Come on an expedition with me, and I'll explain to you why they don't make fire, ever. Did Bigfoot kill those Russian hikers? Did Bigfoot kill in the 1960s? This is 2 and 2. I have no idea. Bigfoot will kill people. So that's happened. And yeah. Can they kill people? Yes. It's something I tell expeditioners out here. When I literally will go out there defenseless against a Sasquatch, there's no point in having defenses because they're absolutely futile. If they want me gone, if they want me to disappear, nobody ever find me again if that's what they want. Just like that. That's something that every expeditioner that comes out here, especially females, know, because as we know, there's been a history of females being taken in the Sasquatch population. That's in the DNA, long story short. So, but even I tell the females, man, a Sasquatch latches on you, anybody gets latched on you and they take you, there's nothing I can't shoot at them. I mean, you have to understand, safety for my expeditioners is number one priority out here. With my heart and soul, everybody comes home safe. These are really good people, usually with families, excellent careers, really wonderful lives. They come out here, man, they're going home safe. In every way, shape, or form, I'm going to make that happen. But if a Sasquatch takes them, there's absolutely nothing I could do. If I shot at them, if I sprayed them, I would be versing them, and that would be very, very dangerous. So I don't verse them. I don't ever fight. I'm never going to do that. They would just, because they're never alone. They're always triangulating. They always own it. Guys, I've had my ass handed to me by Sasquatch from infrasound, for God's sake. They can infrasound me unconscious. Gorillas can do that. I've had that happen to me too. So they're very, it's just, um, yeah, they're very, very high level. They are from different, so this is Alan says, they're from a different dimension. They can disappear at will. Most people don't know this. To you? I don't know about that. No, I don't think they're from a different dimension. I would disagree with that because they're the most indigenous hominids on Earth. Like they're so indigenous. They're so built for this terrain. The hills, the way they move. I mean, I've seen Sasquatch move through this terrain. Human beings don't move fluidly like that. The balance that they have, the strength that they have. Even, let me tell you this, the greatest survivalist I have ever seen is Les Stroud. The man is legit. He's as tough as it comes. Especially, you know, he's 60 now, but let's give him in his prime. Les Stroud in his prime, I take him out in the wilderness, and I drop him in a remote area, and I say, no technology. You can't make fire. You can't put shoes on your feet. Naked, survive. He's not going to make it. Probably going to be gone in a couple months, as tough as he is. You have to use technology. I do the same thing with the Sasquatch. I come back in 2 years, he's fat and he's got his feet up. He will thrive in these environments. So tell me who's more adept, who's better adapted for survival in this ecology, in nature. The answer is Sasquatch. So from a different dimension, I'd say we're more likely from a different dimension. We don't fit in here at all, from the example I just gave. So can they dimensionally transport and stuff like that? I don't know. That's some next level quantum stuff. So talk to Michio, that quantum physicist. I forgot his last name. So anyways, so this is first ever Nissan Titan, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Todd, when are you releasing the new documentary? Can't wait to see it. I have an announcement to make because it got to be transparent. Warner Brothers rejected it. So they want another documentary. So they're asking me to make a whole new, different kind of documentary, and they rejected my other documentary. Don't take heart. I'll find a way to get it out. I'll find a distributor. I was very disappointed because it's a good documentary, and they just want something fresh and new, and they found it just like a continuation. Discovering Bigfoot Part 2 is like Discovering Bigfoot Part 1, and they want a brand new concept, and they've invested in that with me, but they've rejected. I'm making it official right now. They've literally rejected my documentary, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just have to figure it out. I'll get it out to you guys when I can. Very disappointing news. Right now am very disappointed to have to admit that. But I'll tell you guys something, just real quick. So when I made that documentary, I watched a show like Finding Bigfoot, where there's nothing really happening in that show. And I know they got $400,000 per episode. My show has real PhDs, Jeff Meldrum, John Benernagel, real footage. Like, it's next level. You can't compare one episode of Finding Bigfoot to my movie. And my movie's 2 hours long. So I was going to sell it to Discovery Channel, make a bit of profit, because it was about a $400,000 cost, for $800,000. Discovery Channel literally rejected it and made me feel like that high. That's a high school production. It's pathetic. You can't do that. And I was like, I see shows way worse productions than that. I gave it to History Channel, Zach Beher. I gave it to National Geographic. Everybody was like, reject, reject, reject. There's no way. That's a piece of crap. It's not going to happen. So Warner Brothers picked it up, put it on Amazon Prime. I was smoking major productions, Winston Churchill, Inconvenient Truth Part 2, annihilating these productions. #1 right across the board. They put it on Netflix, and in 2017 and 2018, it was the #1 documentary of all time on the biggest network of all times. So have a nice day, Discovery Channel, History Channel, all you guys that told me you can't and won't. The reason I'm telling you this is don't be worried about me being rejected. I've been rejected before. I'd be rejected again. It's all good. So it's hurtful, and I really wanted them to do it, and it's just the way it is, but I'll find something else. I'm even putting it out there right now. Hey, I got a 110-minute feature film documentary with new Sasquatch footage in it, and it's well done, it's well put together, and if you're interested in it, you know something about it, let me know. So we'll move on from there. Oh, I got a donation. Got to go have a look at. Somebody gave grateful for the donation, and YouTube is much more grateful for it because the donation goes to YouTube, and I'm very grateful for this platform. So how are Jake and Jane doing? Please protect them. So Sheer Bear, Jake is gone. You'll yeah, It's it's kind of an emotional topic for me, but I'm kind of dealing with it now pretty well. Many years ago, Jake left, and I haven't seen him since. He was my boy. He was my favorite Sasquatch, even to date. He's my favorite Sasquatch of all time. I had incredible interactions with him. He kind of grew up with me a little bit, you know, from the age of about 14 to maybe younger than that, maybe 12 to 19. For a good 7 years, I was seeing him, interacting with him. It was amazing. And then just one year he was gone. I've never heard or seen anything from him since. So he was a big, dominant, awesome, fantastic Sasquatch. And I suspect he went off to, you know, get away from his mom and his dad and his sisters and his aunts and go make his own family, because he was just dominantly amazing to look at, like just a specimen of amongst Sasquatch. I've never seen him since. I hope to see him again someday, but I don't know if that reality will ever happen. So, and I remember the day I announced it on film. It's probably like, you know, 250 videos ago. You'll see me talk about it and get a little teary-eyed because I miss him. He was my boy out here. And if you could understand how much it means to me when these Sasquatch come around, interact with people, they don't have to do that, you know. I remember leaving Nordegg after the first year Survivor Man, after all that incredible, ridiculous, awesome success, leaving for the last day before, as the snow's coming down, just feeling like really emotional. Like, man, you guys, you just showed up, shook up the world. Like, those Survivor Man episodes are absolutely phenomenal. And then when they came around and showed themselves to Jeff Meldrum in my movie Discovering Bigfoot, you know, it was a pretty emotional year for me, because for the first time in the history of the world, a human being, a Sasquatch guide, took a PhD professor out and had him eyewitness a Sasquatch with evidence. Like, two PhDs were there, John Bernigel and a wildlife biologist PhD, and Jeff Meldrum saw a Sasquatch, documented it, put it in a movie, and the Sasquatch are responsible for that. They did that. As we were talking about earlier, there was no chasing them. They came to Jeff. They were interacting with us. Jeff walked right out there, and the Sasquatch walked right out in front of him, saw it with his night vision. So Dr. Meldrum had an incredible encounter, and I entirely have 100% the Sasquatch to thank for that. They did that. They made it happen. So ask me why I'm so emotional. You don't know the time, the 2,000 days. And not even that. Like, you know how hard it is to get out here, to prepare, to come out here, to fail? How many times we've attempted success and not got it? And it's all up to the Sasquatch for them to come around, for Survivor Man to be up on the top of Radium Mountain and hear them going, whoop, and he's going, I've never heard that. It sounds like some giant man, you know. They don't have to do that. And they're calling to all of you. They're calling out to the public. They know damn well what's at stake. So this interactions that are coming out, this stuff that's transpiring right here, it's, you know, the paradigm is about to shift. We've got to make it happen. I don't care who they are. I will take you out and show you a Sasquatch. Eventually, something's going to break. Joe Rogan's been talking about me for years. Let's get him out here. Like, I am literally fearless. Who's next? Because you can't be first. Who's next? Who's going to come out here? Who's going to eyewitness a Sasquatch next? And what's so exciting for all of us here that are in the know or coming in that direction is the discovery is going to happen, and pop culture is going to shift, guys. All this crappy, you know, TikToking, Netflix out, you know, all this domestication, we're going to bust that paradigm and come back into our wildness, come back to our true nature, and connect with nature in an organic fashion, and up level to a new level of enlightenment with telepathy. That's how you speak to a Sasquatch. That's their language, is telepathy. When you up level to them, you become telepathic. Humanity will literally become from here to here. When you can feel your way, when your authentic self is, you're telepathic and you can communicate with people openly. There's no more lies, no more cheating, no more judges, no more, all this crap goes away. The transparency changes, the paradigm of humanity shifts to a new level of enlightenment, and it's very, very exciting. And that's what the Sasquatch want, and that's why I will take out Joe Rogan or Mr. Beast or Tyler Oliveira or all these people that are, Megan Fox, all these people that are threatening to come out, David Avocado Wolf. So get them out there, get them in the know, grow and expand this cooperation to the level that I want it to be at, explode it to the next level, because Sasquatch want that. That's why they're interacting with us. That's why I'm here. And that's what this discovery process is about. This isn't some new billy ape we're discovering out here. This is literally an apex species that has been easily able to evade the greatest trackers in the world. You can't argue that. In the Pacific Northwest, I don't know anybody who's at a level above me when it comes to tracking and knowledge, and they easily evade me. Like they're 2 levels above me. Exceptional, amazing apex species, brilliant, genius, centered. I just have nothing but respect, and the people that come out here are uh, are absolutely on that level of understanding. So Sasquatch says we definitely carry Glocks. We don't play. Well, hey Sasquatch, I dare you, don't pull a Glock on a Sasquatch. You will take your last breath, as my native teacher has explained. Glocks, as long as you're talking, you don't play. Like you got to be number 2 around here, right? With the bears, grizzly bears, mountain lions, you got to be the number 2 species over the wolves. Otherwise, you won't survive. So sure, I would use a Glock to keep myself safe from the known species. But when it comes to Sasquatch, you don't dare pull that. And if you have that mentality, you're never going to get near one. So I'm not even worried. Ask Renee DeHinden, who was out there to kill one, or Grover Krantz. How many times they saw the Sasquatch? These men are dead and gone, and they saw a Sasquatch exactly this many times. And I'm telling you, because I've got multiple videos, multiple people out here that have eyewitnessed a Sasquatch with me that'll all testify to this. Like, this cooperation has significantly grown, and the truth is out there. And if you want to take my advice and get success, don't be playing those kind of games, because you will fail. You're wasting your time, wasting your life. Just go have a beer and watch the local baseball game, and don't leave the discovery to the enlightened ones that understand that violence and versing them, you don't verse nature. It's not man versus nature out here. You come to verse nature and you've already lost. We can thrive within nature. We are part of nature, and we thrive within it. You verse it, you lose. So, period. Have a nice day. What do they eat? They're omnivorous. So like a bear, lots of vegetation. I believe they're heavily carnivorous because they herd the elk significantly. But I've also definitively seen them scat from them that's entirely vegetative. So yeah, definitely omnivore diet. I wouldn't say opportunist like a bear though, because they're gonna have a design. They know where the berries are. They know where the elk are. They could like I feel a Sasquatch just wakes up in the morning, and if his food doesn't come to him, he just decides, I'm gonna have bighorn sheep today. I know where they are. I'm gonna go get one. It's as simple as that. Kubota's my boy. So bring Joe Rogan. I would love to. We only got a few minutes left of the show here, guys. So let's see. Have you tried other fruits besides apples? Never. James put a watermelon out there and a bear took it. So, and I was happy that he didn't come down back to base camp, because where we gift them is not very far away. So I just don't want to. I don't know. I can find really good organic apples to give them. I just don't want to. I remember I put strawberries out once. That just didn't work out very well. Bananas are not an indigenous thing, and they have the peeling on them. It's just apples really just work. Oranges, makes a mess. The apples go on nice and easy. So you're gonna have to convince me to switch the fruit that I gift them with, because I'm not convinced. It's one of those things. It's not broken, don't fix it. So how will we capture Bigfoot? We won't ever. They're a sentient species. I'll tell you something. I'm the man who worked for species protection in 2007, 2008, and petitioned the Canadian government for Sasquatch. Legitimately, really did that. I'm also the man who fought in court to have them proven as a species in British Columbia. So, and if anybody ever tries to do that or did capture a Bigfoot, I am ready to substantiate in a heartbeat that they are a sentient species, and it is immoral. It would be enslaving a sentient species to capture them and cage them. I won't tolerate for that for a second. As a gift from Sabe, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, they gave me a gift a long time ago that I've kept just for myself, just for that day, if that day ever came, that sentience will be instantaneously proven. Boom, like that. I have the evidence of it, only to protect Sasquatch if that situation ever came. But and that's not a goal. Capturing them, there's no need. You get out here, you interact with them, you communicate with them through telepathy, and you will grow and learn and expand. And that's the only way. There is no other way. That's the way. So it's versing them, capturing them, putting them in a cage, no versing them. Let me have a little laugh, because that is literally laughable. You verse my teachers out here. Have a nice day. And remember, like I've worked with Navy SEALs, Rangers, snipers all over the world, best of the best, have come and cooperated with me. And I'm telling you, I have experience and I have an understanding. Don't verse these beings. You're just wasting your time. Hello from sunny Okanagan, BC. Bigfoot's backyard. Really, like so much Sasquatch out there, right? Twitching, you're catching Bigfoot? Nope, not catching them, just live interacting with them or eyewitnessing them, working with them, learning lessons from them. Really understand, I am a student of Sasquatch. They are my teachers. I actually asked the expeditioner today, literally, how do you feel? And she is literally on board as well. I am literally a student of theirs. They're my teachers. I'm out here to learn from them. I literally have nothing to offer, but nice to give them an apple gift, but I have very little to nothing to offer them. And they have everything to come out here and offer me and teach me. And this is coming from a man with the exceptional amount of experience and knowledge and mentorship that I've had from so many incredible men and women. I've even studied Jane Goodall, Diane Fossey. Ian Redmond has mentored me and worked with me, one of the greatest gorilla primatologists of all time. So really, the level that I'm at, for me to be humbled by the brilliance and amazement of the species should get some respect, at least I hope. I don't think they're interdimensional, says She Bear. So I just don't know where I'm at with that right now. So, but let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's just work on telepathy, right? I'm seeing precognition, even telekinesis. I have evidence of those things. So you want to talk about, forget about interdimensional. I am in the know. I've seen things, and this is including the snipers and the snipers that I've worked with from Canada, US, and South Africa, that telekinesis is something they must be using. And so I have significant evidence to substantiate that, and precognition. In my own experiences, on multiple occasions, I've actually seen my teacher, Muskwa, was capable of using precognition. I talked to my expeditioners about that, and I see it in Sasquatch quite often. Precognition and even remote viewing, remote speaking, remote mind speaking. It literally, even, I think I talked about this quickly in the video on Sunday, where my expeditioner had certain thoughts in the city, Calgary, far away, and she came here, and the Sasquatch manifest those thoughts. So that's evidence of remote speaking, and I see it so much evidence. It's I have to be transparent and honest. So I've seen absolute truthful evidence beyond any reasonable doubt about precognition. So I say 100% yes to precognition. On multiple occasions, I've seen them and my teacher use that ability. Telekinesis, yes. I have good evidence of that. The ability to manipulate frequencies, yes. And I see that in the tree breaks, and I have that evidence definitively. So no need to talk about interdimensional. Let's talk about things that I'm absolutely in the know of, and I can give specific examples of those incidents over and over. So John's channel says, you can't catch a Sasquatch. They're too cunning. Yeah, they're literally like just so precognition, right? Look it up. How do you catch something that has that ability, right? So Moon says, tell men I don't know what you mean. For expedition info, Andy, are you trying to impress me? Because you really do impress me, my friend. Thank you, Andy, for all the help you put on here. Dude, you are just like exceptional. So we're talking about expeditions. Scroll down to Andy Tadero. He's got the link if you want to go apply. Get on there right away. I ain't playing. I got spots popping up all over the place, and I'm putting the call out. So let's get on this. I've been told by elders they love saffras. Just an idea, peace. Well, thank you. I don't even know what a saffras is. You know what saffras is? Getting to know over there. Do you think that's what David Pilates' book's Missing 411? I'm not allowed to talk about David Pilates at all, so I don't talk about him. She-Bear says, I hope no one ever chases one. I want them to be left alone, protected. I hope no one ever catches one. Yeah, I just don't think that's conceivable. There are known giant people like them all over. There are known giant people like them all over the world. Ruth says that. Well, yeah. Yeti, Yeren, Yowie. John Bennernagel taught me about a Sasquatch species in Africa. I was like, whoa. And he had real evidence to significantly substantiate that. So, yeah, all over the world. I mean, Russia, China, Australia, not in South America. They have the Alux, A-L-U-X. No Sasquatch, Alux. Alux are not little Sasquatch. They're completely different species, but look it up if you're interested, but not in South Africa. I guess you have to have the right kind of climate. So do you think they can cloak themselves? That's a tough question. Oh, gosh. Well, let me put it this way. Um, you could speculate that as I'm walking past a Sasquatch, they could use infrasound to disorientate me. Yes, and and that would cloak them, right? So if I'm walking past and I get disorientated, when you're hit with infrasound, it suddenly feels like you've been spun around really fast. And if they hit you hard enough with infrasound, you throw up like you've been spun around and you're gonna throw up. It messes up your equilibrium in your ears. So they could do that. And then the other way, literally, because they've done this to me on many occasions, is they can just, it's like a Jedi mind trick where they can literally just tell you, focus. You could literally focus left, or even they could tell you, you don't see me, and blend you, and they could mess with your mind like that because they're such powerful telepaths. And I don't care if that's woo. I've experienced it firsthand. I'm sitting here in front of you because they've done that to me and saved my dumb ass from dying on 2 occasions for sure that I know of, by sending me a signal, telling me to do something, and then I just do it. As an example, a grizzly bear sow was charging at me, was going to charge and kill me. I was not aware of it, and I had this powerful desire to climb a tree like a maniac. I busted my fingernails, I ripped up my forearms, I climbed a tree, and I didn't even know why the hell I was doing that. I get up a tree, and this grizzly bear sow snaps at me and just misses me, and I would have been killed for sure. Like there's no way I would have survived that. So they knew the danger was coming, and they put that into my head: get your ass up there. And believe me, like there's no way to be more confused. At that time, I didn't know what the hell was going on, and now I've begun to understand. But so could they use that ability to, as you're walking past them, right? So with those abilities, I would say yes, they could cloak. If you understand how those abilities I just discussed would be advantageous to make that happen. And I'm going to end the show with this. So PLP, my friend, says never give up. I'll tell all of you something. I am a Sasquatch researcher. My name is Todd Standing, and I will be doing this for the rest of my life, forever. As long as there's breath of life in this body, I will be a Sasquatch researcher. When I'm so old I can't even hike anymore, they're going to drag my ass out here in a wheelchair, and I'm going to listen to all these young people like Kyle and all these men and women that I've trained, and I'm going to help them. I'm going to be there. I'm always going to do this. And the reason I'm telling you this is you can't beat someone who doesn't quit. I will never quit. The word is just not even I'm trying to perceive what that even means. I will always be a Sasquatch researcher, and because of that, I will always win. And I suggest in any one of your endeavors, if you want to win, take the mindset to never quit, because someone who never quits never always wins, no matter what. And that's where I am, out here in the great north, up in the Rocky Mountains of Canada. I wonder if we could see them. No, there are trees all around me. I'll give you a little view though. So out here in the beautiful, is there a mountain up there? Look at, I kind of see a mountain over there. There's a mountain up there. So spots where I've had tremendous success. Beautiful nature all around me, except for the generator running. Having an incredible expedition. I wish you all the best in all of your endeavors. Thank you very much for tuning into my live show. I'm immensely grateful for that. Being a full-time Sasquatch researcher I would not be able to do so without the help of all you people involved. So thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be live in the city next week, because next week is Todd Standing in town. New videos coming up, lots of new stuff, lots of new information. So stay tuned. We're busting this discovery, taking it to the next level. Thank you very much. Bye for now. I don't know how to shut it off anymore. There we go.